Welcome everyone to Dead Talk Live. I'm your host Viz from Walking Dead Now. I want to welcome all of our viewers. If you are joining us for the first time and want more information about our show, please visit us on the web at deadtalklive.com. And as always, if you haven't already done so, please visit us on YouTube. Our channel's name is called Walking Dead Now. And please go ahead and subscribe. If you're there right now, please go ahead and hit the thumbs up button on this broadcast. I hope everyone's enjoying their evening tonight. I want to welcome all of our viewers. Carlos is with us. Maria is with us. Khaleesi, Lazar, Brian, Lindsay is with us on Facebook. On the Instagram side, we have Zachary joining us. Kaylee is saying hello. Welcome to all you guys on Instagram. Mary Martins 42 is joining us. Like I said, I hope everyone's having a good night. And I really hope you guys got to see our interview last night with Benedict Samuel, the leader of the Wolves on The Walking Dead. Another great chat. He was great. He was fantastic. I love it when we have antagonists on Dead Talk Live on this show right here. People really only know them from their characters, and it's really great when I have antagonists as my guests because people get to see them in real life. And I get a barrage of messages afterwards like, wow, I really hated Dante. I really hated Jared. I really hated Owen, but they're so nice. Now, I can't hate them anymore. I think that's great. Talking to villains is fascinating, and The Walking Dead does have its share of villains as well as, the good guys, which in my opinion, good guys, bad guys in the post-apocalyptic world, it's a matter of perspective, on who's good and who's bad. So anyway, I think it's great on how you guys get to see what they're like in real life. And what I love about this show, what we do here is we give them the full 1 hour spotlight, not just a 5-minute talk, here and there. And you get to really get to know them a lot. And I think that's great. So let's see what we have going on. I don't know if you guys saw our posting, but we got some major news today. We are going to be getting one of the biggest stars on The Walking Dead World Beyond. That's the new spin-off show that is premiering right after The Walking Dead finale this coming Sunday. Aaliyah Royale, who portrays Iris Bennett on the World Beyond show, is going to be our special guest on Tuesday, October 6th. The whole plot line of World Beyond really revolves around Aaliyah's character, Iris, going out from the safety of their walls for her to go out and find out what's going on with her father. He apparently sends some kind of distress signal. He works for the CRM, apparently, and he's afraid for his life. So Iris, Aaliyah's character, and a bunch of her friends set out from the safety of behind their walls to confront the world, the zombie world that awaits them outside those walls, and go on a trek to find, Dr. Bennett and find out what's going on. That's where the CRM is going to come into play. We are super jazzed to have Aaliyah be joining us a week from tonight, Tuesday, October 6th. You guys are not going to want to miss it. It is going to be kick-ass. It's going to be fantastic. What makes this even more exciting is that come Monday morning, after people have seen the premiere of World Beyond, Aaliyah is going to be a superstar. She's going to be a superstar. The World Beyond has not aired a single episode yet, so people don't know the characters. And after the premiere happens, this coming Sunday, there's going to be a lot of new superstars on the stage in the Walking Dead universe, and Aaliyah is going to be one of them. So, like I said, super jazzed to have her with us. I've been promising you guys to keep tuning in because things here at Dead Talk Live are going to be taken to a completely brand new level. I mentioned a while ago that we are working with AMC, and I want to send a very special thank you to AMC. They are the ones who hooked us up with Aaliyah, as well as, working with us, and we're developing this relationship between Dead Talk Live and AMC. They are great. They are fantastic. And I'm just so thankful for the opportunity that they have given me and my team here at Dead Talk Live. It's a dream come true. Like I said, guys, there's a lot more coming sooner than you think. And as soon as stuff gets confirmed, the news will be posted on our social media. So all I can say for now is keep tuning in, because stuff is going to be happening quickly and a lot sooner than you think. So, keep tuning in, guys, because a lot of great stuff is coming our way, and I can't wait to share it with you. And of course, I want to thank all of you guys, our viewers. We started Dead Talk Live about 5 months ago with maybe a total of 10 viewers. Now, 5 months later, we're averaging 4,000 to 16,000 viewers, on the live, plus 24 hours after per episode. We have had well over a dozen guests that have been on The Walking Dead, mainly cast and crew members as well. And just thank you guys for tuning in every night. No way did I think, today's episode 158, I believe. Yeah, tonight is our 158th episode. So we started on April 25th, and we've been going every day since. And today is our 158th episode, and we're just psyched. There's no way we could have imagined this was going to go to this kind of level so quickly. And here we are, though. Here we are 5 months later, and it's all because of you guys who tune in and watch. And thank you. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, and on behalf of my entire team here at Dead Talk Live. We all thank you for tuning in and watching our show. Let's see what's going on in the chats. Nia is giving us smiley love face. Let's see. Nia is also waving at us. Megan is with us on Instagram as well. Stenningle is saying hello. Hello to Stenningle. A lot of new people have come in. Megan is here. Let's see. Johnny's also here. Samuel. Welcome to all you guys on Instagram. Joanne has just joined us. Let's see. Ben is also with us on the YouTube side. Let's see what we got going on. Star Guitar. Goddess has joined us on YouTube. Twice Better is with us on YouTube. Lindsay Sparks is with us on Facebook, saying, I love your show, Viz, and I love The Walking Dead. That's awesome, Lindsay. It's great for you to be here with us every night. Ellie is with us on YouTube, saying, love this show. Thank you, Ellie. Rose is saying hello on Facebook. Aaron on Facebook writes, keep it up, Viz. You are doing an awesome job. And so is your member of the Walking Dead Now team. We thank you. We appreciate that very much. Nicholas is with us on Facebook as well. So let's see what else we got. We got 2 new video submissions in the last 24 hours. And one of them is from Hard Productions, and the second one is from Cat. Because of some copyright restrictions in certain countries, I'm not going to be able to play Hard Productions video, but it is posted throughout our social media account on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. It's a great video by Hard Productions. The reason why I can't play it, because I don't want our show, Dead Talk Live, to be restricted and have this episode not aired because we do have viewers from around the world. So I'm not going to be able to play that video. I am, however, going to be able to play Kat's video. That was posted several hours ago. It's a video about the topic that we're doing tonight. Tonight we're going to be talking about Glenn and Maggie. So let's go ahead and check it out. Here's the latest video from Kat, Glenn and Maggie. Here it is.
What's the time? Seems it's already morning. I see the sky, it's so beautiful and blue. The TV's on, but the only thing showing is a picture of you. Oh, I get up and make myself some coffee. I try to read a bit, but the story's too thin. I thank the Lord above, you're not here to see me in the shape I'm in. Spending my time watching the days go by, feeling so small. Keys on your answering machine. Oh, help me please. Is there someone who can make me wake up from this dream? Spending my time watching the days go by, feeling so small.
So there you guys have it. I see you guys really liked it. That's an awesome video. Thank you, Kat, for sending that in. It is emotional. It is an emotional video. Just seeing Maggie and Glenn and where they started from, what they had to endure, what ended up happening to Glenn. It's heartbreaking. CC Wheezy on YouTube writes, "Damn, that was good." Sylvia on Facebook writes, "This is one awesome video. I miss Maggie and Glenn." Yes. Maggie, we're getting back. Glenn, it looks like we're going to see Glenn again in the Tales of the Walking Dead Anthology series. It's not confirmed, but a lot of rumors are flying out that we're going to be seeing Steven Yeun back in the role of Glenn. I really hope that's happening. That's going to happen, because that's just awesome to just to be able to see Glenn again and see what he was doing at the start of the apocalypse. So anyway, let's get on to some news. All right. Judith Grimes shares a scene with Maggie in the season 10 finale. Speaking of Maggie, The Walking Dead star Lauren Cohen confirms she shares a scene with the older Judith Grimes, played by Kaylee Fleming, in the season 10 finale, where Cohen's Maggie reunites with her old friends after several years away. The reunion coming at the close of the Whisperer War, pitting Judith and the other survivors against Beta, played by Ryan Hurst, and a sprawling zombie horde, is years in the making. It was Maggie who delivered Judith via an emergency C-section in the third season episode called Killer Within. After Carl shot Lori to prevent his mother from reanimating, Maggie cradled the newborn when taking Judith to meet de facto dad, Rick Grimes. The whole reason they put the whole de facto there is because Shane is Judith's real dad. I think they're going to have, years of heart-to-heart talks. Cohen said of Maggie's relationship with Judith during the Walking Dead universe preview special, "I was excited because Judith has a sense of who Maggie is, and Maggie's going to get to come back and develop this friendship, who, as the audience already knows, has a lot more wisdom than you'd expect for her years. Maggie is someone that Judith can learn and rely on," Cohen goes on to say, noting that she sees a meaningful connection with these two. "It was really nice to work with Kaylee in this so far final episode we did for season 10. Cohen added a certain doom, which will be followed by 6 all-new episodes extending season 10 into early 21. Cohen is already back in Georgia for filming on at least one episode that will resolve certain mysteries about Maggie's years-long absence. So that pretty much confirms it. At least one of the 6 extra episodes that we're getting, we're going to find out what Maggie's been up to all these years, if not all 6. Judith's mother, Michonne, recently headed north in search of Rick after discovering evidence he did not die in the bridge explosion as once believed. So far, this revelation is a secret shared only by Judith and Michonne, who left Judith and little brother RJ in the care of Uncle Daryl, of course played by Norman Reedus. So, never really thought about. We all been wondering about what's going to happen between Maggie and Negan. We never really thought about what's going to be like between Judith and Maggie. Maggie did deliver her. Judith sees Maggie as Aunt Maggie. That's going to be fascinating. I'm really kind of stoked about that, to see what's going on. Brian on YouTube writes, "Maggie's having a long vacation." Yeah, you can. That's one word. That's one way to put it. Anyway, next on the list, why The Walking Dead's Maggie Rhee deserves a spinoff. The flagship series in the Walking Dead television franchise is coming to an end after its extended, 11th season that's going to run over 2 years, yet not all the characters from the original series will be going away. AMC has announced 2 spin-offs, including one starring Carol and Daryl. However, the spin-offs may not stop there. Actress Lauren Cohen mentioned there would likely be more series in the Walking Dead world, comments that will likely get her fans excited about what this could mean for her character, Maggie Rhee, because while Carol and Daryl are fan favorites, Maggie Rhee also deserves a spin-off for several reasons. While some fun stories could come out of the Daryl and Carol television show, announcing it ahead of time kind of ruins the fun of anticipating who survives the final season of The Walking Dead. With that in mind, announcing any other spin-off shows for current cast members should wait until the main series comes to an end. However, anyone who reads the comics knows that Maggie plays a large role at the end of that storyline. The television series has seen the loss of many characters that survived in the comics. A perfect example is Carl Grimes, who lived to the conclusion of the comics and even tells his story to his daughter. Furthermore, his wife is Carol's daughter, Sophia, who we all know we lost way back in season 2. However, both Carl and Sophia died on the TV series, so their marriage and family can't exist on the TV show. On the other hand, Judith, who died in the comics, is still alive on the TV show and could act as a substitute for Carl. Another character that plays a significant role in the final issue of the comic book series is Maggie's son, Herschel. The comics reveal Maggie didn't have much time to raise Herschel on her own because she took over leadership of the Commonwealth as its elected president. In this storyline, Rick, Grimes, and company tried to fit into the new world of the Commonwealth, but found themselves in the middle of a civil war. Due to the separation of the haves and have-nots in the community, things had to change. In the end, Maggie was elected president, Michonne was named a Commonwealth's judge, and Rick died. And to explain the have and have-nots comment that they just made, I've mentioned this before on the show, when we meet the Commonwealth, it is a large community, 50,000 strong. At least it was in the comics. I don't know if they're going to change that in the TV show or not, but it's a very large community that is divided into a classification system. Basically, if you were important in life before the apocalypse, you are important in the Commonwealth after the apocalypse. If you were not important before, you're not important after. And that's what sparks the whole civil war in the Commonwealth, where Maggie does eventually become president of the Commonwealth. And you got to see a pattern emerging with Maggie if they follow that storyline in the TV show as well. She came to Alexandria Hilltop. They picked her to be the leader at Hilltop. She's coming back to the TV show. We're about to meet the Commonwealth. If they do follow the same storyline as they did in the comic books, and they end it with her becoming the leader of the Commonwealth, that's another town that, elected her as leader. So there's definitely a pattern emerging in Maggie and all her leadership skills. And I really truly believe that she owes a lot of that to Rick. Maggie learned a lot of stuff from Rick Grimes. She respected him. He respected her. He saw his responsibility towards Maggie more in the way of trying to take care of her just because of the respect he had for her father, Herschel. But Maggie learned a lot of stuff from Rick Grimes. Absolutely. Now, let's see. Rumors indicate the final season of The Walking Dead deals with the Commonwealth storyline and exploring life and society that is working on building a new world could be a fascinating direction for a spin-off led by Maggie Rhee. Seeing the community develop a government and laws and dealing with whatever backlash occurs would be a great new angle for the franchise and a perfect fit for the character. Lauren Cohen left The Walking Dead to star in the new series Whiskey Cavalier that was canceled, and she is, of course, coming back in this finale. So, let's see. We'll see what happens. Star Guitar on YouTube writes, Michonne Hawthorne Judge. Yep, Michonne. Let's see. Brian writes, they're only 2 years apart. CC Wheezy writes, yes, Judith and little Herschel and Carl and Sophia. Oh, boy. So, anyway, guys, let's move on to the next story here. The Walking Dead boss reveals details about Season 10's additional episodes. Showrunner Angela Kang has revealed details about the, Season 10 bonus episodes. Earlier this summer, AMC announced the 6 extra episodes. Speaking on AMC's The Walking Dead Universe Preview Special, Kang explained that the episodes will almost play out like an anthology run and be more character-driven, but there is also a practical reason behind focusing on individual characters. The episodes are all designed to be filmed safely during this pandemic that we're in. She said there's sort of an anthological feel to some of them. They're really deep, dives into our characters, which I hope people enjoy. We've been enjoying working on something that's a little bit different from what we've been doing for the main part of Season 10. We just get to feature different people and tell these little stories that all kind of add up to a picture of what our survivors are going through, and that will lead us into Season 11 eventually. Lauren Cohen, who plays Maggie, is one star who is currently in Georgia for the filming of the episodes. We're doing this big chunk of episodes. Then next year we come back to do 24 more. She said earlier this month, the supersized Season 11 will air in 2 parts. The first half will be in 21, and the second half, including the series finale, will air a year later in 2022. A spin-off centered on Daryl and Carol has already been announced. And the final article that we have for tonight, before we get on to our base topic, showrunner Angela Kang promises epic clash in the Season 10 finale. So over the course of the season, these groups have been engaged in kind of a cold war, and now it's exploded into this full-on fight to possibly mutual destruction. She teased when discussing the ongoing war between the Whisperer-led Beta and the survivors. There's a lot of scope to it, lots of story threads going on with our various heroes. It's big and fun. Angela continued, what we wanted to show was how massive disadvantage they are at. And I don't know if you guys have seen all these extra little teasers that have been coming out, where they show you the actual size of the Walker horde. It's massive. It is huge. I don't think in the 10 seasons of The Walking Dead have we ever seen a collection of zombies all in one place, matching the size that we're going to see in this finale. I mean, if you haven't seen it, please see it. It's a teaser trailer. It's out. It's crazy. It's just flat out crazy. Angela continued, but we wanted to show was how massive a disadvantage they are at. Sorry, I already read that. This is a horde bigger than they've ever encountered, and this is after Carol was able to take out some of it at the caves. Some of it was taken out during the battle at Hilltop, so it really is this David and Goliath battle. While this episode, titled A Certain Doom, was supposed to bring the season to an end, fans will now have 6 more installments to get stuck into before season 11 drops. This will be the final ever series of The Walking Dead, seeing the post-apocalyptic drama wrap up in 2022. So there you guys go. There is actually another article here. Let me read you this before we go on. This is about The Walking Dead star. The title is The Walking Dead World Beyond star sobbed for 2 hours straight in a grueling audition for one of the lead roles. Alexa Mansour was put through the ringer in order to secure her role in World Beyond, the spin-off show that's going to drop after the finale. While the show looks to be slightly lighter in tone compared to AMC's original series, Mansour revealed that the audition process was extremely rigorous. She had already auditioned for The Walking Dead without success, but said she resonated with her current character, Hope, on a much deeper level. Reflecting on the timeline, she admitted it was grueling. I started in April when I had the first audition, so 2 months go by, and in June, I get a call from my manager, like, yep, Scott Gimple, Matt Negrete, and Jordan Vaught Roberts, the director of the pilot, want to meet with you. She continued, I'm in the room with 3 different people, all actors that I've known for a while, just to kind of get me ready and get a different perspective. So I went and did that. It was great. Scott, Matt, Jordan, and I, we all got along really great, and the audition was amazing. However, it turns out that the casting agents weren't immediately convinced that Mansour had the darkness in her to carry the role. I went in and read with all the other people that were going to play the other characters to see if there's any chemistry. I went in, and usually after that, you either got it or you don't, she went on. I go in there, I get a call from Scott and Matt, like, listen, AMC loves you, but they don't know if you're edgy enough. So we need to redo another audition. When it came to the crunch, Mansour found herself crying for hours on end in the final stages of auditioning. She continued, I was like, okay, this is number 4 at this point. So the next day, it's completely new scenes and totally different things that I had to learn. I went in there, and it was basically a 2-hour audition of me crying. They were really sad scenes, she added. I remember leaving there, and I was like, man, if AMC doesn't think I'm edgy enough after this, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to rob a bank or something. But I got the call the next day that I got the job, and it was so worth it. So congratulations to her. It sounds like they really put her through the ringer, and I'm happy that she got the role. And I personally cannot wait to see her in that role on Sunday, along with all the other characters and actors in World Beyond. So it's going to be exciting. Let's see. CC Weezy started binge watching Gotham last night because of our guest, Benedict, who starred in Gotham. Let's see. Star Guitar writes, I'm trying to figure out a plot for her. I just cannot find one. Anyway, guys, let's get started on tonight's topic, which I already mentioned. We're going to be talking about Glenn and Maggie's love story on The Walking Dead. Uh, like every other relationship, this one also has had its ups and downs. So we're here to analyze their relationship from the very beginning. Glenn first meets Maggie uh, when her character is introduced in season 2 after Carl is accidentally shot by Otis, and they're all led to the farm, the Green Farm. Rick, carrying his gravely wounded son, is led to the farm, which is run by Herschel and his daughters, one of whom is Maggie, and then, of course, Beth. Not long after, the rest of the group also end up on the farm, which is where they agree to stay until Carl has recovered, courtesy of Herschel's family hospitality. While this isn't love at first sight, Glenn does appear to develop a crush on Maggie by the fleeting glances he steals her way and his subtle but notable efforts to strike up a friendship with her. We all remember season 2 Glenn. He was young, kind of awkward. Remember turning to Dale for a lot of advice on various topics. We got a teaser into the beginning of Glenn and Maggie's relationship 2 episodes later when Maggie volunteers to go to the pharmacy with Glenn for medical supplies. While Glenn is looking for a pregnancy test kit for Lori, he stumbles upon a box of condoms and picks it up to hide what he was really looking for. It's an awkward moment when he unsuccessfully tries to explain the situation. An amused Maggie then casually invites him to have sex with her. And Glenn accepts the offer, even though Maggie clearly stated it wasn't likely they had any other options, so it's not a very flattering moment for Glenn. But hey, you know what? He'll take it, I guess. Maggie looks at this as just a casual fling, while Glenn hopes to see more come out of the encounter. The disappointment in his face is well shown when she insists that this is a one-time thing. Now, in season 2, Glenn quotes, here are some of Glenn's quotes. "You know, we still have 11 condoms. Maggie sarcastically, I keep wanting to say Magley. That's the whole Glaggy, name that they came up for Glenn and Maggie. So when I go to say Maggie, it always comes out Magley. I apologize for that. But I think the term Glaggy, I don't know, it doesn't click with me. Magley, which literally just came out of my mouth, I didn't think about it. I kind of like that better. But anyway, Maggie sarcastically replies, yeah, you see 11 condoms. I see 11 minutes of my life I will never get back. I don't even know if I like you. Damn, that's harsh. That's harsh. Also very funny. Even though Maggie used to call him Walker Bait in reference to him being used as bait for the walker in the well, she does genuinely care about him when she snaps at Lori for the group always seeming to use Glenn for the tasks that nobody wants to do just because he's too nice to say no. Summer writes, Brian, listen, them are fighting words, but Glaggy is a very close second. Brian wrote, best relationship in the show. Take that, Rishon. Oh, Brian. Ooh, yeah, I gotta warn you about Summer, man. You don't want to walk over that Rishon line, man. You don't want to go there. Trust me, Brian. You don't want to go there with Summer. Yeah, don't want to say a bad thing about Rishon in front of Summer. Let's see. Brian goes on to write, Maggie did not play around. Lindsay on Facebook writes, I love how Glenn and Maggie's relationship built up from season to season. Summer is having a big laugh. Yeah. I've been down that road with Summer, and you're not going to come out on top, Brian. Kat writes, hello, just joining us. Welcome, Kat. We played your video at the start of the show. Everyone loved it. Welcome to Denise on Instagram. Also, welcome to Claude. Durham is laughing on Instagram as well. Balus is giving us a smiley love face on Instagram. Balus wants to know, can I ask you a question? You can absolutely go ahead and ask. Shalise is giving us a big smiley love face on Instagram as well. Welcome to all you guys. So let's keep going on. So Glenn also earns Maggie's respect when he firmly tells her that he hated the nickname she gave him, Walkerbait. He tells her to stop calling him that, and she immediately reverts to calling him by his real name. In the 6th episode of Season 2, they repeated their visit to the pharmacy for Laurie's morning after pills. Only this time Maggie gets attacked by a walker and is rescued by Glenn. This happens after Glenn discovers the walkers in the barn. Maggie begins to question the nature of walkers, and Glenn admits that the reason why he told the group about the walkers is because he cared about her and he didn't want her life to be endangered by her father's basically misconceptions. Herschel believed that the walkers can be cured. And, well, he was proven wrong by Shane, and that opened up his eyes. This is where she really started to care about Glenn. Basically a turning point in their relationship. If you guys disagree with that being a turning point, please go ahead and share. We should also mention that Glenn froze at the shootout in the bar, which is unusual for Glenn. He is always the one who dived into the most dangerous and daring situations. That is until he met Maggie. Maybe it was because now he had something to come home to, something to live for. But anyhow, Season 2 is also when we see Herschel give his approval to Glenn's relationship with his daughter. He passes down his pocket watch to Glenn and says, quote, "No man is good enough for your little girl until one is." Khaleesi writes, Glaggy's my favorite couple since Season 2. All right. In the Season 2 finale, after the farm has been overrun, Glenn finally tells Maggie that he loves her. Now going to Season 3, in the 6th episode, their relationship is put to the test when they are ambushed by Merle and taken to Woodbury, where they are tortured for the location of the prison, which Maggie ultimately gives up, fearing for Glenn's life. There's also another scene in the prison. I don't remember if this is Season 3 or the early parts of Season 4, where Maggie and Glenn are up in the watchtower of the prison while Rick and the others are down looking for them. And both Maggie and Glenn come out of the watchtower in the prison halfway dressed, getting dressed and putting on their clothes. And that gave Rick and everybody else a good laugh. You know, that was pretty funny as well. Welcome to Nick on Instagram. Welcome to Kenny on Instagram. And hello to Kindness on Instagram. After they get rescued by Rick and the group, Glenn and Maggie become distant. Neither of them was comfortable to talk about their ordeal, in particular Maggie. If you all remember, the governor had made it appear to Glenn that he had already raped Maggie when he brought her to him during the interrogation. She was naked from the waist up, and Glenn didn't know how to deal with it or be there for Maggie, which did cause a rift between them. And of course that delighted the governor because the guy was completely psycho. Summer writes, I wonder what they were doing up in that watchtower. I don't know, they were playing bingo. Eventually, they did make up in pure Glenn and Maggie style. All right, going on to the 5th episode in season 3, Glenn receives Herschel's permission to marry Maggie, and he finally understood what the pocket watch really meant. Glenn manages to get a ring that he took from a walker and proposes to Maggie, who accepts. Now, let me pose this question to you guys, all right? You know, the man you're in love with gives you a ring from a dead corpse, a walking dead corpse. Is that a sweet moment, or is that a WTF, what are you doing moment for you guys? For me, that would be kind of creepy. You know, but you got to put yourselves in their place. The world is over. There's a lot more dead people walking than living. Brian writes it's a sweet moment. Salah is giving us a smiley love face. Andrew Valentine has joined us on Instagram. Welcome, Andrew. Love the floating love hearts on Instagram, guys. Keep them coming. Star Guitar writes, I love how Glenn was shopping the walkers for the ring. Summer also says, heck yeah, sweet, only thing missing for me is he didn't get on one knee. So it's totally cool with you guys getting a ring off a walking dead corpse. That doesn't creep you out. You would put that ring on, no problem. No questions asked. You know, I don't remember if he actually told her where he got it from. You know, I don't remember if he told her if she really knew the origin of that ring. And I'm pretty sure she didn't ask, but I don't remember if he revealed that information to her. Saz says, yep, because the other choice did he have? What other choice did he have? Exactly. I don't know, maybe go scavenge a jewelry store? I don't know. That's just me. But anyway. Yeah. So Glenn manages to get the ring from the reanimated corpse. You could see how much Glenn really loves her when he says to Daryl, I care more about her than I care about me. Now, moving on to season 4. The prison gets destroyed by the governor. Herschel gets killed, and the two lovebirds get separated in the mayhem. Maggie leaves with Sasha and Bob, and though there were times she felt like breaking down, she never gave up hope of finding Glenn and was ready to go at it alone if she had to. She even marked numerous walls and signs with walker blood for Glenn to see and follow, telling him, hey, I'm heading to Terminus. You know, that's where I'm going to be. She does finally find him in that tunnel scene that a lot of us have not forgotten about, the reunion of Glenn and Maggie in the tunnel, trapped with a bunch of walkers. She rescued him with the help of Abraham and his group, and they spent the night just holding each other. Maggie then burns the photo of her that Glenn had kept and tells him he never needs a picture of her again, implying that they were never going to ever be separated again. In a heartwarming, you know, that should have been foreshadowing to us, because we know stuff never works out the way it's supposed to in the Walking Dead universe. In a very heartwarming moment in that tunnel, Maggie also said, kind of like asking those guys, in reference to Abraham, Eugene, and Rosita, to hold off saving the world while you go look for your wife. Glenn chuckles and says, I'm a persuasive guy. This just shows the level of love that they had for each other. After escaping Terminus in season 5, they take refuge, along with the rest of the group, in Father Gabriel's church, while Maggie and Glenn agree to go to Washington, Washington and escort Eugene, who is our claimed scientist, who's nothing but a big fat liar at the time. And if you guys also remember that scene, Abraham and Rick almost came to blows about the whole Washington, D.C. decision. When Eugene, when his lie is revealed, they return to the church to reunite with Carl, Michonne, and Gabriel. Accepting to go on this mission really shows us what the couple are ready to do for the greater good as long as they are in it together. Things don't go easy, though, with Glenn's disappearance early in season 6. This is when we all thought Glenn had died off of falling off the dumpster with Nicholas, who shot himself. It's during this time that Maggie reveals to Aaron that she is pregnant with Glenn's baby. Things do brighten up a little bit when she sees balloons go floating in the sky, knowing that those were a sign from Glenn. Just like the sign Maggie left for Glenn, directing him to Terminus, this time it's Glenn leaving breadcrumbs for Maggie to let her know that he's still alive, and he goes back and he discovers that Alexandria is pretty much overrun and under siege by the walkers outside its walls. Kat writes, that was so sweet. CC Weezy loved that. CC Weezy says, I loved when Herschel gave Glenn the watch and told him to go on before he changed his mind about him. Brian writes, save wife is greater than save world. Khaleesi on YouTube writes, that's what made me love them more. They never gave up on finding one another. Brian also adds, Lauren and Ross pulled that scene off so well. Exactly. Speaking about Maggie and Ross Marquand, who plays Aaron. Anderson is with us on Instagram saying hello. Hello, Anderson. Kayla is waving at us on Instagram. Let's see. Rock writes, I wish they could never walk in their game or another Walking Dead show. Just scrolling up to the chats here, guys. Rock Lee's waving at us on Instagram. We are getting close to time. Let's see if we can finish this up. Now, when Alexandria is overrun by the walkers, Glenn makes a final stand in order to save Maggie, taking down many walkers in the process, and if it wasn't for Sasha and Abraham, he would have been done right then and there. Sacrificing himself for her, not knowing if he'll make it, just proves the compassion, the love, and the amount of respect that they each have for one another. As time passes, the group finally stands up on their feet again. They make a huge mistake and attack the Savior outpost. And I'm sorry, guys, but that, even though Maggie was involved in that deal, that final decision lay squarely on Rick's shoulders. He's the one that gave the go-ahead, and he stepped in some poop in that one. This, of course, does lead to Glenn's death, as we all know, in the Season 7 premiere, where we get to meet Negan. And one of the most dramatic scenes, Glenn's last words were, Maggie, I'll find you. Although Maggie is beyond grief and is absolutely heartbroken, her strength shines through, and she uses the time at Hilltop to heal, grieve, and prepare to take down Negan and his saviors in an act of vengeance. When Rick allowed Negan to live, he took away the one thing that Maggie was holding on to, the one thing that gave her strength to keep on going and fight. For Maggie, Glenn was not just a husband and a father to their yet unborn son, Herschel. He was also a symbol of hope, of the good that was left in the world. So you could see why Rick's decision to spare Negan, he was honoring his son. Maggie saw it as a dishonor to the man who saved Rick numerous times, including in the series pilot from the tank, her husband Glenn. Um, let's see. But, as time passes and Negan is reduced to shambles, he wants to die. He just doesn't have the guts to do it himself. Maggie's search for vengeance died with the old version of Negan, and she is satisfied seeing him rot in the prison alive for the rest of his life. Now, let's see what her reaction is going to be when she comes back and she sees good old Negan has received time off for good behavior. Is she going to buy that? We know that Maggie's character has undergone a change. This has come from Lauren Cohen herself. The old Maggie, it's not going to be the Maggie that we're going to see again in this next episode. She has completely changed. I think the whole Maggie Negan seeing each other thing is not going to be as big as a deal as we all think it is. I think it might be a scene or two. They might exchange some words. I'm not saying they're going to become best buddies, but I really don't think the writers are going to make that big of a deal about it. Khaleesi writes, "Ripped my heart out." Brian on YouTube writes, "Maggie won't be happy. He's free. She will lose it." Brian also goes on to write, "I think Maggie's more political now." Yeah, she is. She absolutely is. Like I said, my opinion, it's not going to be that big of a deal. I think they're just going to, address it in a couple of scenes. They are going to have an exchange of words. I think we're going to see Negan apologize to her. Depending on how much Maggie has changed, we'll see if she accepts that apology or not. I'm assuming no. Not at first, at least. But who knows? Maybe by the middle of season 11, Maggie and Negan become very good allies. I mean, you never know. You really never know in this world. Whether or not she feels Negan can be redeemed after his release is going to be a story that we just have to wait and see. So, in conclusion, the story of Glenn and Maggie is realistically portrayed as they go through many life-changing experiences together, and even after death, claims Glenn, he still lives on through Maggie and, of course, their son, Herschel. And with that, guys, we are out of time for tonight. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's been fantastic sharing this hour with you. Don't forget, visit our website and keep visiting it often. That's where you're going to find the latest updated news on who our guests are going to be in the weeks to come and days to come. So keep checking our website, deadtalklive.com. Please also go to our YouTube channel, which is called Walking Dead Now, and subscribe if you have not yet done so. If you're there right now, please give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this broadcast. I'll be back on the air again tomorrow night, guys, same time. Remember, this Saturday is the end of our first season of Dead Talk Live. We're going to enjoy a whole one day off before coming back on the air Monday, October 5th, to discuss the Walking Dead finale with a surprise. Hopefully. Till then, guys, stay safe, stay walking.